Just imagine you've imported a great new edition of one of your favourite movies from last year. You get some time free, you put your feet up, you go to put in the disc, and what the So, is multi-region worth it? Is it worth looking at a multi-region player? For as long as I can remember, I've always loved movies. Being multi-region and having a region-free player has been a thing for many, many years, going right back to the early DVD years.
It's a movie on a disc the size of a CD.
The thing that really got me craving wanting to watch movies from all over the world was way, way back in 1989.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
A school friend had been on vacation to America and he'd brought back a VHS copy of Tim Burton's Batman.
I'm Batman.
Which wasn't available in the UK at the time. These VHS, they were a little bit different. There were NTSC versions of the movies, which meant they wouldn't play on our PAL UK players. But that possibility of being able to have some movies early planted a seed in my head that I wouldn't shake. This seed mutated and it would eventually lead me down the path of importing Laserdiscs and, over time, moving on to DVD.
This is DVD.
At the time of DVD, the biggest reason for me getting the multi-region player was the early releases. I was able to get a lot of movies way in advance of any UK release. I used to absolutely love having movie nights with friends and family where I was able to show movies that were still on their cinema run or not even released in the UK yet. This was all also pre-internet. In order to import these DVDs, I used to get catalogues through the post which would list all the new releases and also back catalogue titles. I'd actually have to order over the phone. That makes me feel really old.
Shut up!
There were several of these companies that used to send out the catalogues. We had the Disc Emporium, we had Laserline, we had one called Picture Paradise as well. As time moved on, the release windows tended to get a little bit shorter, so the need to import and order titles from overseas became less and less, with a lot of titles being available in the UK at a similar sort of time. But even now, I still like to import titles. Why? Well, sometimes some titles never seem to get a wider release worldwide. So if you want a nice new edition of your favourite movie, then you're still going to have to import it. And another reason that I still like to import from overseas is all down to the extras. As we've moved on from DVD, we're finding that a lot of our favourite titles are getting reissued on either Blu Ray or 4K with nice new scan, but sometimes, due to licensing issues around the world, the title that you want may not be possible in your region. And a lot of the new editions, they're being absolutely jam-packed with nice new extras and retrospectives and audio commentaries, you name it. They pack these discs, especially the boutique labels. Sometimes to not have these new editions, I kind of feel like I'm missing out. We have several labels worldwide which produce some truly excellent editions. From America, I'm quite drawn to their Scream Factory releases and also Criterion. Some of the Criterion discs we still can't get hold of in the UK, so having a region-free player just opens up the possibility. Of course, the Criterion and Scream Factory are region coded to region A, so normally they wouldn't play on UK players, so having region-free just gives you the option of all these wonderful titles. Some titles are region-free, but if you've not done your research and checked, if you try a disc and you're not multi-region, you might be greeted with a message like this. Which means you won't be able to play the film or the content that you want. And yes, sometimes you may find a local release further down the line, but due to that pesky licensing, sometimes it's not always the case. I love multi-region because it gives me the chance to own that special edition or box set that we may never see released in our own countries. If you're a movie fan and you like the nice limited special editions of your favourite titles, then I fully recommend doing what you can to try and get a multi-region player. It literally opens up a world of options for your movies. It's allowed me to grab those Criterion editions that we don't have in the UK, or it's given me the option to get that limited edition box set from Scream Factory that I don't think we're ever likely to see the UK release of this. Of course, this also works both ways too. So if you're US based, I'd still fully recommend going multi-region. There are some great boutique labels that are worldwide, which offer some superb releases. Even when you look as far as Australia, they have some fantastic releases from the likes of Imprint and Umbrella, which have both supplied some absolutely fantastic discs. And using them, I've been able to upgrade a couple of my personal favourite movies. Now, I know that for the most part, the 4K discs that are coming out now are region free. There's still a whole host of movies, both for back catalogue titles and newer releases, that aren't getting the 4K treatment. If you have a multi-region player, it just gives you those options and that flexibility to still grab those region-locked Blu Ray releases that aren't getting the 4K upgrade just yet. Personally, I've tended to use a modded or chipped player that will literally change the region of the machine with the click of a button. On my multi-region Blu-ray player, changing region is as easy. Red is for USA, region 1 or region A, and green is for region B or region 2. Let's try Parasite once again. And there we go, just a simple click of the button and I've changed region codes and I'm good to go. I've never had an issue using modded players. I've tended to get my modded players from a company called MultiRegionMagic. I'll drop a link down below for anyone that's interested in potentially getting a new machine or upgrading to a multi-region player. They actually do a modding service where you can send your existing player in and they will chip it for you, at a cost of course, but all the details will be in the link I've posted below if you're interested. And if you haven't already guessed, fully recommend the multi-region player. Don't limit your choices. Get a multi-region player and open up a world of possibilities. Let me know in the comments down below if you've decided against going multi-region and if there's a reason why. Maybe it's just because you have more patience waiting for titles than I have, but I'm always in such a rush to get that latest edition or the newest edition or the 4K remaster, you name it. Anyway, drop a comment, drop a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.